horses on a Memorial Day. How you doing? Today on the show, special guest, me. That's it. It's just solo, hanging out with you. Let's have fun. Let's discuss some cool movies. And I have a trailer to show you. You'll be shocked. Shocked, I say. Let's have fun. Let's get going. And I will respond to your comments and questions in the chat. Let's go. What's happening, everyone? Glad to be here. It's a little early start time, but it is Memorial Day. I assume many of you are barbecuing. I did a lot of that yesterday. Went to the Santa Anita racetrack and I had barbecue. And I didn't bet on the horses, but I always love it. I'll post some pictures on my personal Instagram to show you what I did. And it was a lot of fun. And I also want to say to the families who have service members in our military from either the past or present. I had a grandfather who served in the military, Navy, during World War II. My uncle was in Vietnam, and my son is currently serving. So just to everyone who has lost someone in their family who served or is currently serving, just say happy Memorial Day to you. You know, we only get a few days of the year to thank those that have helped preserve our freedom here in the United States. So it means a lot to me, and I thank each and every one of you. So there you go. Before we get to, let me get to your comments here. I want to mention that at the top because I don't want to forget. But here we go. Eric Stratton, member for 17 months. Next time, maybe a three-way. Chris Gore versus Frank Gore versus AI Gore. Thanks for the cool stream on this holiday. Yes, good spending time with you. Gore Wave says Castigan. Hertz Donut, let's go. Goat Scrote says Dark Gore. And Thundarius, Beard Gore is the best gore. Yeah, I'm going to keep the beard going. Although tomorrow, my first trip to my barber after, I had my stroke on the 9th of April. So probably going to trim it, but I'm not going to lose it. And I'll do something with whatever's happening here. So there you go. Couple fun things to show you. If you have been to the theater lately, some of you may have seen this. What is this? Can you see that? Really get that close to the screen. It is a coin from it's a Deadpool Wolverine coin. Now, what this is, if you pre-purchase tickets to Deadpool and Wolverine, what am I saying? I got verses on the brain. If you do that, you can show someone at the theater and they will give you this coin. Now, what can you do with this coin? I will show you. It's good for a redemption at a machine that spits out an egg, and in the egg is this little locket is in the egg. And I'll show you my attempt at trying to get one of those. Here it is. I was, don't want to ruin it, but here we go. All right, let's see. Here we go. What the heck? Give it a try. It just didn't work. It didn't work. I think that I just put a quarter in there, but see if it's at your local theater. Let me know if you got one of those lockets. I kept this coin as a little memento, so I'm just hanging on to it. But it seems to be Deadpool is the only movie that people are excited about. Why is that? Well, let's discuss it. This past weekend, this past weekend was the worst weekend at the Memorial Day box office in 30 years, 31 years. There's debate about it, but um, Furiosa barely beat Garfield. It's kind of embarrassing. I put out this tweet. I grabbed this from Gary actually. Furiosa, $168 million flop. Anya Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth Mad Max saga manages just 25.5 million over the slowest Memorial Day weekend in 30 years. If you've seen the reviews or even Rotten Tomatoes, it's got decent score. Positive reviews by critics, positive reviews from audiences. It's fairly, and people who have seen it, I just watched a Critical Drinkers review. He quite enjoyed it. Here's the big story. Why? Why did a movie, which I think is a very poorly named, Mad Max Saga, whatever that means. It's so when people comment, I like to see Mad Max in my Mad Max movie, which about 5,000 people said in the comments section on Film Threat. I agree with you. I agree with you. This and other people have commented, including I talked to Gary at Nerdrotic. I watched Drinkers review. It's not a girl boss movie. However, it was marketed as a girl boss movie, which was a huge mistake. This was usually we get a bait and switch in the other direction. This was a bait and switch to, yeah, it's girl boss, except it really isn't. So, so of course I tweeted this. I couldn't resist. Make Mad Max movies male again. Should that be a t-shirt? I mean, the last one, I feel like at this point, I know I'm trolling, but, and then I did hashtag Furiosa, Madam Web, the Marvels. How many more examples do we need of girl boss films that underperform? I mean, you can look on this as a lot like this is look, the Mad Max movies are mostly appeal to men. I love cars. Used to work on cars. I used to work on cars before you needed a computer to diagnose what was wrong with your car, which is what you need today. But I've always loved cars. My first car was a Mustang. Well, before that actually was a 69 Chevelle SS that never ran. So I scrapped that. I got a Mustang that had almost 100,000 miles on it. It was a piece of crap. Then I had a Chevy Impala. And then I just bought my mom's old company car, which ran for a few years. I had bad luck with cars when I lived in Michigan, back in Detroit. But now I drive like a Toyota because they're reliable. But I miss those days of changing my own oil. And then for years in the 90s, I rode a motorcycle. I rode a 1972 Triumph Daytona 500. And I also had a 65 Ford Fairlane painted champagne gold. I even have a little model of it, a model of my exact car that I drove. I drove my that Ford Fairlane for years, and then a drunk driver, which happened to me twice in my lifetime, totaled my car just parked on the street. So I bought a motorcycle and drove it around LA for years, saved a lot of money, um, not paying for parking ever. Gas was like $3 to $5 a week. And I love that bike. I love that bike. I drove it for almost 10 years and saved a lot of money. And my insurance was cheap because it was a classic bike. So there you go. But this is just concerning because of this. I love the movies. I love movies are my first love. My first love. And to see and I see all the reasons for the box office. Terrible marketing, the disdain for the audience, the not understanding the target market. The Mad Max brand is mostly appeals to men. Why not make it appeal to you can have all kinds of great characters, but this was poorly named movie using and first of all, by the way, George Miller made the movie. He did not make the trailer. He did not participate in the marketing. I'm sure they consulted him, whatever. He's busy making the movie. And uh he didn't choose the way that even the title of the movie. It's who would you think he would name it that? It's a terrible name. A Mad Max saga, which makes it sound like what I said before in my review last week. This is the DLC of Fury Road. This is the season pass of the Fury Road movie that you liked. Hey, do you want more of that? How about a season pass to it? Huge, huge marketing mistake. So I fear for the future of movies. This year looks sparse. We got Deadpool, Joker, a Lord of the Rings cartoon. In the same way that this flopped, imagine trying to take make a Barbie movie, try to make it to appeal to men. Now there is some appeal with the Ken character, but very smart. They made a Barbie film and they made it to appeal to women. This is not rocket science. And when I am so plain spoken in this, and by the way, we've got 900 people watching live. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. And more than that, I'll put a link to this tweet in the description, but could you retweet this tweet? I'm going to put this Atomic Glory is faithfully in the on a Memorial Day. Props to her, Atomic Glory, helping me out. I told her you don't worry about it. She's there, dutiful, and I appreciate her for that. She'll put in the description to my tweet. Please tweet it out here. You know what? I'll put it in the comments. How about that? I'm just gonna do that there. Hopefully you'll like it. This is concerning to me because I have friends who work in this industry. I am not cheering on the death of Hollywood. I am cheering the death of bad ideas that have infiltrated Hollywood. That is what I am against. And I see so many bad ideas. Turning boy brands into girl brands, bad or deceptive marketing, pushing agenda. So many things are just amiss in Hollywood. Focusing on things like DEI over good storytelling. I mean, these are obvious. These are unforced errors. Hollywood, if Hollywood goes under in a big way, they will have done it to themselves. Yeah, this is where Gary and I disagree. I don't celebrate the death of Hollywood. I want it to be so. Look, Gary and I are friends. Okay, I talked to him this weekend. He called me. He called me about Furiosa. He kind of liked it. Ooh, and he's going to quote me in his upcoming review. Anyways, but Gary and I disagree on things. That's a healthy, like, I don't agree 100% with any friend of mine, including Alan Ing, who has the day off today. Alan, he deserves it. He has worked really hard. Alan has worked so hard, and I appreciate him. Don't tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that. But I appreciate Alan, and he'll be on Wednesday with a very special Hollywood on the Rocks. And then we will reunite on Friday for a craptacular May. It's going to be funny, but um this is concerning because I thought Furiosa, not a perfect movie, but an entertaining movie and enjoyable. And I saw it twice. And I might see it again. I might see it again. But there you go. I will say this. The third Mad Max movie was kind of for kids, Thunderdome. I had a problem. I'm not a huge fan. There are great elements of Thunderdome, but in the end, the thing with the kids felt like the Ewoks. Not a fan. Let's go to your comments and questions here, starting with super chats. Look at this. Thank you so much. Lance Goodthrust. Lance Goodthrust said Mad Max, Barbie, Star Wars. You see a pattern? Yep. These are movies that the target was for children. I notice you never review an A24 film. Lance, do you how long have you been watching the channel? I review every A24 movie. I'm an A24 super fan. So just search for the channel. Marcel the Shell, one of my all-time favorites. Marcel the Shell with shoes on. I love A24. Civil War, A24 movie. We reviewed. Look at the Film Threat website. So Lance, you might not have been with us for a long time, but thank you for the 5. And please just search the channel. Every A24 movie gets love from Film Threat. May not get a great review, but it gets love, which is attention. Castigan for £199. I watched Christine over the weekend. Killer car. I love car movies because I love cars. Jeremiah Hembry, member for 1 month. What's your thoughts on Horizon Part 1? Will you go see it? And can you give a good review on it? I will go see it. I will go see it. So thank you for that. Wow, 20 from Vice says, back in the day, my dad used to buy those 69 Chevelle as 396 4-speeds for $500 and cut them up from the racetrack. They weren't worth anything then. Now they're $60,000 plus restored. Also, I'm building a 69 Ford Fairlane. I loved my 65 Ford Fairlane. I loved it. Love that car. I mean, it was like big. You had to be careful parking it, but it was a beast. And I loved it. So, my dream actually is to get a Batmobile. You can get a Batmobile replica from the 66 Adam West Batman show for about somewhere between 100 and 200 grand, made of fiberglass. And if I recall correctly, isn't the Batmobile from that show based on a Ford Fairlane? Or was it from the Fairlane family, I believe. But yeah, that's great. Yes, I was a gearhead when I was a kid, worked on car. But the drag about the Triumph was it always broke down. So I had to keep a metric set of ratchets in my side saddle when I drove my Triumph around, which was whatever. It's kind of fun, but you better know how to work on cars and motorcycles. If you're going to have like a classic bike or motorcycle, you need knowledge to make that work. Red French Moon, a solo chill versus. I'm here for it. €2. Thank you for that. Yeah, I may do this every once in a while when there's, a holiday or something going on. I know Gary does like he does nooners by himself sometimes. I mean, I appreciate spending time with him where we can debate, talk topics, but I don't need to agree with all my friends to be a friend. I love diversity of opinion. I love it. It's fun to debate about thoughts and ideas. And, I like, when my ideas are challenged. I'm not afraid of that, but a lot of people on social media are. So there you go. Let's see. Excuse me. Yoro Zuya, member for 9 months. Hope you had a good weekend and have a great stream. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And also as a member, check the members' videos. I I posted a 40-minute Q&A with Christopher Nolan talking to his brother about Fallout. Great conversation. Amazing. Here we go. Killick69. Chris, any chance you'll watch a preview of Beetlejuice 2 is the only movie I am excited about this year. I usually get invited to early screenings, so we'll see. Not every movie, but most. So yeah, of course. Can't wait to see the Deadpool popcorn bucket, says Laura Buckles. Yeah. I guess Furiosa will be on streaming next week. I mean, we talked about it. 19 days, you're killing the movie theaters. Killing. Terry I, member, worst weekend for movies. Where have I heard this before? Pretty much every weekend this year. Yeah. You Mazer, I just want Mad Max. Garfield is beating Furiosa worldwide, says Marco CCS65. Yeah. Patrick Lemire, they should have hit the Hemsworth angle harder. Yeah. And KG Young, member, thank you. Just make Mad Max Max again. Makes sense. Here's a Mad Max movie without Mad Max. Sell. Jim Cramer, probably. Said Darth Yeager, who's a member. Thank you for that. FP Sunny, I love movies too. The cinema is my church. Ooh, that's what I always say. The cinema is my church. Guess what? I'm going to a movie this afternoon. That's how much I love movies. And then you know what I'm doing? Don't make fun of me. I'm going to Red Lobster because I hear it's going out of business. And I used to like their clams. I know it's probably terrible. I love clams, little tartar sauce, some lemon. I love those as a kid. And now that they filed for bankruptcy, I'm going to go there and eat dinner. I know that sounds sad, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to have a great time. Thank you, FP Sunny. Yes, cinema is my church. Want biscuits. Hey, always good to see you. In today's execs, there's no such thing as a target market. They market to everyone. Mistake. You market to the guys and they will drag their girlfriends, wives, significant others to the movie. And same way the other way around, right? But marketing, trying to be everything to everyone. Mistake. MK Solid 82. They want Mad Max to have a cinematic universe. That's why they called it Mad Max Saga. It's ridiculous. I will say this, MK. I started playing the Mad Max game on PS5. By the way, since just between us and the 1,300 people watching, so my PS5 gamer tag is GBone77. That's G Bone, the numbers 77. I am playing Mad Max now. It ties in. Scrotus as a character is actually in the game, and they reference Dementus. So, I think I'm actually enjoying it. It's kind of like the Arkham games. It's like the Arkham game fighting techniques where you do combos, and I kind of like it. And the driving is not terrible. So I'm still I'm very early stages, but I like the game. I'm gonna play it later today. Solomon Thornton, marketing can really kill a movie, which is why directors should have a say in marketing. I will say this: Christopher Nolan is involved in every aspect of the marketing of his films. He is he approves trailers. When you saw the trailer for The Dark Knight, go back and look at those trailers. He only allowed footage from the first half of The Dark Knight to be used in the trailer. I remember seeing Dark Knight for the first time. I saw it in IMAX at Universal. I was sat way too close, but whatever. It was an amazing experience. And I remember we got in the halfway in the movie and I thought, I've seen every shot from the trailers. I don't know what's going to happen next. It was so exhilarating. Um, that I loved it. I loved it. So, yeah, they should. They need to be more aggressive. It's killing good movies. Fall Guy, entertaining. I bought it. I have the extended version, which I'm going to watch this week. I liked Furiosa in spite of the flaws. In spite of the flaws, I did like Furiosa. But marketing is killing the theaters. So, Aaron Charman for £5. What are your top 5 indie film recommendations from the last decade? Ooh, that's tough. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. A movie called that isn't out called Abruptio. It's not out yet. We'll talk about it. I'm going to interview the director later this year. Oh my God, you're really catching me. That's hard. I would have to go look at my reviews, but Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, really enjoyed. God, so many. Indie film. Man, you really, Aaron, I will do a video on this just for you for the channel because I'm going to have to do research and look at the last decade. And I take it very seriously. So I could do a whole stream on this one question. Aaron, yeah, and Atomic Glory, if you would note this, put it in our notes. I'm going to do it for you. So thank you for that. Lance Goodthrust for 5. Hey, well, thank you again. Chris, sorry, I am new to your channel, but saw you interviewed on Film Courage, but I'd rather watch an ISIS beheading video than another sci-fi flick. I hear you, man. I hear you. I've been doing this for oh my God. I've been doing and covering movies via Film Threat since 1985 when I was a kid. I started this fanzine, and in one way or another, Film Threat was a fanzine, then it was an underground magazine, then it was a international magazine, print magazine in the 90s. Then it became a website. Then about 7 years ago, we launched the YouTube channel. So in some form, and then I did TV in the early 2000s. I've been covering movies in some form since 1985. But I do every A24. I love their branding. They get it. So yeah, you can just go through the archives of the Film Threat channel and you'll see we have a reviews playlist, or just search it. You can search the channel. But yes, and we're going to be doing some Film Courage topics on Film Threat. We have some changes coming to the channel. I'm very excited about it. So you'll see. I don't want to say too much. Aaron Pipes. Furiosa only proves action movie fans will no longer tolerate unbelievable boss girls. And we know you are really frank. Chris would never look so scruffy. Okay, I'm frank. But I'm getting a haircut. I'm going to trim the beard, but I'm keeping it. My popular demand. So there you go. But I don't think if you watch them, I talked to Gary on the weekend and he called me. It's like, yeah, Furiosa is not a girl boss movie. But if you only watch the trailer, they market it as a girl boss movie. Huge mistake. I understand why people are pissed off. So there you go. Thank you, Aaron Pipes. Now, pivoting. I love movie trailers. I have always loved movie trailers. Love them. And before we get to I got to do something here. I'm going to wait. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. All right, wait a second. I got to make some changes here for what we're about to see. I'm going to show you some movie trailers that will blow your mind. Seriously. But before we do that, I want to give you something. See, I love stuff that's free. Love it. So on our channel, if you're a member, we regularly post codes, video on demand codes for movies. So if you're a member, check the community tab. You see, it's like first come, first serve. Here's 5 codes. Get the movie. So I love stuff that's free. Today only, I talked to the author. His name is C.L. Bruegel, and his book is today free. It's called The Sibyl Conspiracy. It's a thriller. He sent it to me, and it is free. And we are going to put the link to this in the description for this episode, because I love free stuff. I love it. Here it is. There's the link, Atomic Lori. I love stuff that's free. So grab it now for free. Read for free. There you go. And he emailed me, said he's watches the show. Would I check out his book? I said, not only that, I'll share it with other people because I want to support independent creators. So there you go. Check it out. There it is. I'm looking to buy a new fridge. That's why my cart, if you see this, my cart on Amazon is like, I'm just putting every fridge I'm considering in the cart. And then I'm going to decide later which one I might get. But the Sibyl Conspiracy is free. Grab that link in the description. All right, now let's go. Movie trailers. Let's do this. I'm gonna name this something fun. Trailerpalooza 2024. We are looking at movie trailers, and I have found some amazing ones. And we're going to watch these together and talk about them. Check this out. Someone alerted me to this. I mean, we may get dinged. I hope we don't. But let's watch this trailer for Frank Miller, American Genius from Picture House.
This man, you talk about talent. He writes, he draws, he screenwrites, he directs, and he is tops at all those things. And that's pretty damn good.
Frank Miller! I had to go into the comic book store and I would only look for Frank Miller. I wouldn't even look at other stuff.
He is 100% ingenious.
There's something about his work that transcends comics. That's what great art does.
He made these massive leaps.
The Daredevil series, Ronin, Wolverine,
Sin City, Superman 300.
The Dark Knight Returns, the introduction of the graphic novel to American superhero comics.
Incredible. Like Frank Miller in the 80s, I bought Dark Knight Returns.
Who I like to tease and I like to thrill. Frank's power comes from silhouettes and shadows, which makes everything more valuable. I use less and less line. Finally, I just started using no line at all.
To be an artist is to speak your truth as loudly as you can.
The paper, the ink, the brush, the pen, everything matters.
Wow.
He got to a point where he was recognized by everyone.
I had a tough time handling the success. It was a real test of character. Stan Lee, he said that my stuff wasn't quite up to Marvel standards yet.
Got into comics as an artist, and I had to fight to be allowed to write my own work.
It can look like a revolution when somebody's combined things that haven't been combined. In my career, it's when I've taken the risk to follow the stuff I'm dying to do, the stuff that I think would be fun to read. Those are the most intense projects I've had and the most rewarding on every level. through persistence and good luck, I managed to spend my life doing exactly what I wanted to do ever since I was 5 years old. That's about as American as it gets.
This man.
All right. Well, I gotta say that was amazing. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Cannot wait. That's incredible. Let's go to your comments real quick. I'm a huge fan of documentaries, including pop culture docs. So I cannot wait for that. I hope to interview the director. I did interview Frank Miller a couple times, but it was like one of those like, hey, we're at Comic-Con. Can I ask you one question? So it's not like I spent time with him, but I have met him. And when I read The Dark Knight Returns in the 80s, it reinvigorated my love of comic books. I bought it in real time. It took a year for all 4 issues of The Dark Knight. I still have them, the originals in plastic. Yes, backing boards, all of that. So can't wait for this. Amazing. Let's look at your comments. Future Boy for 5. I saw Furiosa in IMAX last night. I liked it. I gave it a B+. Not woke, not girl boss at all. Good action flick. Sucks it bombed at the box office. Yeah, I mean, look, when a movie fails that is bad, it deserves it. The Marvels deserve to fail. Okay? Madam Web deserved to fail. Furiosa did not deserve to fail. But everyone from the marketing department should be fired. If you worked in marketing on Furiosa, you should be looking for another job. And you know what they should do? I know for a fact mostly women work in marketing. Maybe get some people who are the target demographic for the movie you're marketing on your marketing team. Okay? If you're trying to market to, let's say, the Barbie movie to women, hire a bunch of women who love Barbie. Makes sense. If you're trying to market an action movie to men, if that's what you want to do, maybe hire some men who like the thing you're marketing, not some women who have to educate themselves. That sounds very sexist, but I'm sorry. This is why, for the most part, men don't work in marketing departments for CoverGirl or makeup brands. They don't understand it. Same goes the other way. I mean, this aspiring for everything to be equitable is it's just dumb. So I'm sorry to speak common sense. I know that offends a lot of people. Wait, how's my tweet on X going? More people need to retweet it so it gets more traction. I see. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Well, it's not been ratioed, so that's good. Other stuff. Solomon Thornton. Quick question. If you're a director and have your own production company, do you have a say in the marketing? Only if it's, yes, but in many cases, it's contractual. You have to ask for it. You have to ask for it. So there you go. There you go. More comments here. Dr. Fauci's prison butt for 5. Thank you. I just bought a 77-inch LG G3 OLED. If it's not Dune 2 and IMAX, I don't need movie theaters. Also, the under 30 crowd doesn't care about that format anymore. Yes. I'm in LA. Any Maxine passes? Haha, says Dark Hero fan. I don't know. Is it playing somewhere? Let me know. Hey, it's me and HG. Frank Miller is truly an American treasure. He's like the Beatles of comics. Changed the genre, says Terry L. Yeah, and Bill S. Preston, Esquire, if folks don't like comic books, go read old Frank Miller books. Your library probably has some of his graphic novels. So just a sec here. Okay, there we go. Back to it. 300 was the film that probably got him the most normie recognition, says Yowzer79. Davina Duckworth and Frank Miller clearly is descended from many genres of pulp, fiction, and cinema. Yes. Super chats here. Spidey Sensei 72. Happy Memorial Day, Chris. Happy Memorial Day to you. Thank you for the 5. Thank you for being a member. At what point will Hollywood realize it's failing and actually do some of the things you mentioned, just better marketing? I don't know. I think more failures like this. Yeah. It's going to take some more failures. The flopbuster, right? Thank you, Spidey Sensei. Jersey Dyers for not 699 Canadian. Hey, Chris, what's your take on Canadian films, but not the woke? I know Wolverine and Deadpool are, and so is Denis Villeneuve. Do you have a top 5? Let's see. I like Adam McGoyan. I like David Cronenberg. Even Canadian comics like Yummy Fur. That's a deep cut there, an indie comic. Canadian film, a lot of them are woke. And the problem with Canada is if you don't get money from the Canadian Film Board and you can't find other financing, you don't make the movie. Reality. So, but yeah, Canadian filmmakers who can resonate outside of Canada are very talented. So there you are. Midger Ninja became a member. Thank you for that. Cool. And guess what? Trailerpalooza continues. I don't think we're gonna get to all these, but I'm gonna show you some trailers, some from our YouTube channel. We have a trailers channel. But here's one. I told you about this movie, Abruptio. I saw this movie over a year ago. This is one of the coolest indie movies. I don't know. The trailer's okay. It's so weird. It's like a David Lynch fever dream. And we're going to have, I've corresponded with the filmmaker. It's coming out in a few months. We'll have him on the show and check out this trailer. Prepare for your mind to be blown. This is why I think indie film is the future, is just weird movies that take chances. And this is it. It's less than a minute.
My name is Les Hackle. I'm 35, live with my parents, and was recently dumped by my girlfriend. It's all right. She had issues. And there's a bomb in my neck. I have no idea how it got there, but if I don't follow their commands, they say it'll go off. I just need to stay alive long enough to figure this out, to find out who's behind it. My name is Les Hackle, and I have a bomb in my neck, just like everyone else.
Okay, this movie stars a cast of human-sized human puppets. So all the people that you see are puppets of people. There are no people in this movie, just puppets. It's a sci-fi action thriller that involves at some point aliens. I don't want to ruin anything, but it's also got some film noir aspects to it. It is so bizarre. It freaked me out. I saw it a year ago and it's played some little film festivals here and there. Like your mind will be blown. We're going to be talking about this movie later this year. I promise you. So now we're going to go from we're going to go from something really cool to what might be one of the worst movie trailers for one of the worst movies I have ever seen. Okay, what you're about to see is a movie called Loquisha. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to allow you to watch this trailer. Give this a look. Okay, here we go.
You always seem to say the right thing to just the right person. Once.
Oh, shit. Dang it. Just a minute. Just a minute.
And I thought,
Let's start that
you will
again.
be a hit.
Sorry, folks. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. We're watching the trailer for Loquisha, and I made a little mistake. So here you go. Watch this trailer. You will not believe that this movie was actually made.
You always seem to say the right thing to just the right person. What's your secret?
I'm really just talking to myself. I don't charge for my advice.
Well, you should, because it was amazing. I saw this and I thought of you. You will be a hit in no time.
Welcome to the Joe Show. I submitted myself to a radio station for my own show.
Well, congratulations.
They rejected me.
Well, congratulations then.
You weren't right for your own show?
Jason skipped it. We need to get the money for this school.
$13,000 a semester? That's who needs their own show. If I was a black woman, I'd be perfect.
She's brilliant. I know. Get her in here.
Loquisha gonna be the biggest thing in radio, but I still need my anonymity.
You nervous? It's not a crime. It's theater.
You live with Loquisha. What's your problem?
Hi, Loquisha. It's free.
Oh, I ain't talking to you, not the way you sound. Next caller.
You go, girl.
You just be good to her. If you good to yourself, you can be good to others. But don't be too good because the police will come around.
Where did you get this?
I got another job.
Doing what?
Consulting work. What the hell would you know about being a white guy anyway? I know quite a bit.
Loquisha is a real role model for every African-American woman on this planet.
Like the whole city has a Quisha mania.
I am Loquisha, officer.
What was that?
I think I might be a black woman trapped in a white man's body.
You need to talk to Loquisha. Just because she's a woman and a black person doesn't mean that she doesn't understand you.
Is this really happening?
I'm on a bridge above the river, and I'm going to jump.
But thanks for calling. Enjoy your jump.
I gotta start listening to her.
Okay. We ran this trailer a couple years ago on the film in 2019. This came out. This is so bad. It's like you first of all, it's a little tone deaf, right? Like I'm all for non-woke or like non-PC comedy. This is so awful. You've got the most hilarious thing about this is the comments section. Let's go down to the comments. Look at this. Thanks for calling. Enjoy your jump. How oh my God. How much music do you want in the trailer, director? Yes. The comments section for this is on fire. He sounds like a gay man, not a black woman. This was deliberate. The producers and writers of this movie are not stupid. They're banking on the collective outrage to sell the movie. A vocal minority will be outraged and will boycott the movie, generating attention. It's hilarious. So obviously the links to all the trailers we're going to show today are going to be in the description, but oh my God, was that trailer just bad? I mean, this was so tone deaf, this movie. Like, yeah, Film Watcher 1.6 out of 10 on IMDb. You can probably find this on Tubi somewhere. It's awful. This movie is not woke, but it's definitely like tone deaf and cringe. So yeah, I see everybody. The comments are better than the trailers. So yeah, here we go. Comment here. Dr. Fauci's prison butt for 5. Thank you for that. In every industry, prices go down over time. Look at adjusted prices for a PC in 1986. We're 35 years into the CGI era. Endgame should have cost $100 million. Yeah, I mean, I hope for the sake of the industry, prices go down. I mean, they should. So, yeah. And then, so All Twisted Up says it's on Tubi. Oh, yes, I'm watching it. Yes, Tubi. Go to Tubi. It's Loquisha. You got to see it. So there you go. Oh, man, the comments on here are on fire. Thank you for that. MM, member for 10 months. Hail Film Threat and Hail Chat, making a shameless plug for Fathom Events. Yes, I love Fathom Events. I'm going to see Muppet Movie like in a week. I saw Miyazaki's Nausicaa last weekend. I'm seeing Lord of the Rings next weekend. Yes, Fathom Events is on fire with they are literally saving movie theaters. Real quick, let's do this. We're gonna go to their website, and I am seeing the Muppet Movie. It's on, I think, Sunday. Sunday. It's not this upcoming. It's like 2 weeks, but look at this, incredible. The lineup, upcoming events. You can view all, and they show other things too, like sporting events. A lot of it. Look, yes, they have the Ghibli Fest. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? I seem to always get it wrong. But yeah, a lot of really cool stuff. So I at least once a month I go to something that's Fathom Events. There you are. So how about we watch maybe one or more trailers? Let's do that. But Film Threat has a trailers channel. In fact, I'm going to go to it. I'm going to go there. Here, hang on. We are presenting this. Go to the main page of Film Threat, and you go down here to Film Threat. Well, we have interviews where we regularly feature interviews with filmmakers, actors, people in the industry. There you go. Here's our trailers channel. Excuse me. Sorry. We feature new trailers, action movies, indie animation, comedy, horror, like lots of weird stuff. We do have playlists of types of trailers. So there you go. This one looks weird. The Girl in the Trunk. It's a weird thriller. An indie movie about a girl who's stuck in the trunk of a car. So yeah, so please subscribe to Film Threat Trailers if you like all the weird stuff we're watching today. Okay, couple more trailers. I don't have these labeled, but this one looks pretty weird. I don't know. Can I show this one? I might not be able to show this. It's a trailer for a movie called The Sales Girl. Make of this what?
Уул нь ажил нэг гайгүй. Өглөөдөө чи хичээлдээ суучна. Үдээс хойш очиход л болоо. Хүн бараг ирдгүү мачаад гээд харин бараг л байх. Тийм ямар ажил үү? Чи хаягаар нь авчод өгнө штэ. Тэгэл болоо.
Санаа зовлтгуудыг дандаа юмаа мэддэг хүмүүс ирдэг.
Нэг байх авч. Алин ах уу?
Голчос яг нэг нь авчих таг.
Яагаад ороод таг? Тэний найзгаа ажил тусалж байгаа юм. Найзаа. Ямар ажил?
Энд яах вэ? Чи намайг шорон хийх гээ юу? Секс шоп бол порно биш.
If you don't like this, just,
хамгийн халуухаар ийм эмгтээтэй танилцсан хэрэгтэй ч үү? Шалуурах төгтг юм да.
Чи минь өдөр хартаа. Юу харч байна?
Марагдахгүй л энэ. Чи манай дурмаар байна уу?
Хүн болгон бүгдийг мэдэж төрдгөө юм хонгор минь.
Well, there you go. All types of trailers are on our channel. Foreign trailers, indie, just weird stuff. Let's keep it rolling with some other trailers here. I want to find this. I like documentaries. This may be a narrow audience like me. I'm the audience for this movie. I am a film nerd. Should not surprise you. So this movie, this is so good. We're gonna talk about it at some point, but check this one out. Film is dead. Long live film. It's about film preservation. Super nerdy, I know.
Welcome to my nightmare. Oh man, this is embarrassing. The complete history of film just doesn't exist. Basically, everybody threw that history away. And it's collectors like me that jumped into the bins, garbage cans, started collecting stuff. And then when people started saying, hey, what happened to this film? Somebody in the woodwork had it.
Let me give you my theory on film collectors of my generation, which is admittedly most collectors. We've handled film for so long that its molecules have become fused with ours. We've become part film. Matter of fact, we've become movie monsters. And that's really what film collecting is. One long monster movie.
We're all little kids who just love the magic of that image being shot out of a projector and have everyone just sit back and go, oh, amazing.
And so here we are exhuming the remains of what was very important and significant that has not been recognized and not been preserved for future generations.
Wow. I love the fact that we're all in the fight, the good fight together.
So is this a fight you're going to win?
No, I don't think so. And yet, if we don't try, then we've lost already.
I preserved it for 50 years, but I'm not going to be here that much longer. So we have to pass it on to somebody who really does this all the time.
Why be like everyone else? You know, be unique, be special.
Send us the therapy bill.
Excuse me. I've seen this film. And first of all, to be clear, I love film. When I was younger, making movies as a kid, I shot in Super 8 and I edited movies on a little movie thing, and you'd cut it and tape it. And I was so careful. The dust, you had gloves, and it was so incredible. And so just the smell of film, the smell of the glue, like I remember it all. And this movie is a celebration of film preservationists who, oddly enough, the studios went after using like the FBI, among other people, to go after people who were trying to preserve film over copyright. And then the studios changed their tune like, oh, wait, we didn't really think of preserving film. The film preservationists were the only one that had certain prints of movies. Because when, film was like, this movie already made its money, it's in a library somewhere, whatever. They didn't think about preserving film. So many of these film preservationists actually are, help the studios find movies they had lost. There are whole parts of film history gone because film has a finite existence. So this, this movie's fantastic. So yeah. So I hope I don't get a copyright. Hey, Retro Nerd Girl, this is so important what you're sharing. Yes. Seek out this movie. Film is Dead. Long live film. Such a good documentary. It'll give you a newfound appreciation for movies. All right. I have other trailers to show. I just went through and I picked some of my favorites. So I got to see what. Oh, we reviewed this movie earlier this year. I saw it. Red Letter Media just reviewed this film, and Mike loved it. If you watch RLM, a big fan of the channel, Mike J and the other guy, Rich. They reviewed this movie, and this is the best comedy I've seen this year. Now, it's not like uproarious, whatever. It's an awkward comedy. We reviewed it on the channel already. Check out the trailer for Lousy Carter.
You ever feel like a fraud up there teaching?
No. My name is Lousy Carter. I'm a literature professor.
I don't like you lounging out while I'm talking to you.
I have a troubling medical diagnosis.
Sorry about this.
I'm pursuing a grad student.
I'm fine with how you look. I have no, you're not my type, first of all.
Thank you.
This is my stalker.
I was a big fan of the film you made. The animated film from the early aughts.
This is my best friend.
You're the laughingstock of the entire faculty, teaching what amounts to barely one book at the graduate level.
I'm sleeping with my best friend's wife.
I feel incredibly guilty. You should too.
I don't feel guilty.
Monster. All your behavior is odd to me. I keep expecting you to sound sort of worldly and professorial, but instead it's more like someone who's somewhere in between 14 and 16.
15?
My ex is annoyed with me.
I'm too tired to argue with you about it.
Everyone is tired. Jesus.
My sister is frustrated.
I wanted to say that growing up, it felt like there were 2 children and it wasn't me and you. It was you and Mom.
Even my therapist is fed up.
You shouldn't sleep with our friends' wives. But with Gail, I don't know. Yeah, Gail. That's not going to end well.
Tune in to find out what happens to Lousy Carter.
Any questions?
This movie is currently available on VOD, so strongly recommend it. So there you go. Wait, what is this? Why is it paused? There you go. So I did a good review of this, a positive review. I hope you will check it out. Now, we have talked about this movie. It's currently on VOD. I want to get the filmmaker. Wait, we have some comments. Let me get to your comments first. My apologies, folks. From Solomon Thornton, love film preservation. Yes. Hey, it's me and HD film preservation. Oh man, this is a must watch for sure. Castigan, film is a tangible magic for sure. Like the film grain. I love film grain. I love film grain. Can I say? Bill Est Preston Esquire, so much of early television is gone. The studio's recycled tapes. Lord Thaw says a dying art. And MK Solid 82, because sleeping with your friend's wife is such a casual thing. Well, it's addressed in the movie. I mean, the guy is a dirtbag. The guy, Lousy Carter, is not like a hero or anything. So it's a fun comedy. It's 77 minutes. The ideal running time. All right, let's take a look at another comedy. You must see this. I think it's on VOD, but check this out. I've been talking about this movie for a while. You have to see it to believe it. Hundreds of beavers. this movie, it's like a live action Looney Tunes. So it's basically, there's very little dialogue, but it's this lumberjack versus beavers and the wilderness. And it is so weird. It's just, and I saw it with a packed audience. They went nuts. So good. The filmmaker, Mike Cheslick and Ryland Hughes. This was made for like 150 grand. I think someone mentioned in the chat. I know it's like around there, and so good. I want to buy the Blu-ray though. Their last movie, look up the last movie they did, which was called Lake Michigan Monster. Lake Michigan Monster. Really good, same style. This is even more of that. So incredible. I'm really a huge fan of these guys. So there you go. Let's go to quick comments here. Crunchy Beavers says Robert Paul Champagne's a member. Toxic Waltz and ate hundreds of beavers was great. Watch it on Hoopla the other week. Cost 150 grand. Wow. And Matt Bookish Bastard, like a live action cartoon from the old days. And Patrick Lemire says, damn good. I see what you did there. Damn good. That's, oh my God. I wish I thought of that. Patrick, that's amazing. Interesting. MK Solid says, check out Berserk the Black Swordsman 2025. Should we watch it? I found it. Hang on. Wait. I'm going to share it. So just a moment. And we will watch. This is by request. So here we go. I have not seen this. So hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. But we're going to watch this. Here we go. Okay. Well, that looks like a teaser. It looks like a teaser. I didn't hate it. Looks, I mean, for a teaser, I'm interested, but yeah, I would check that out. Thank you for the suggestion. Thank you for the suggestion. Hey, Chris Gore, I watched Furiosa and it sucked, says David Smart, member for 3 months. Okay, fair enough. I think that it's overall, my review of it was mixed, but it's a great 2-hour movie in the middle of a 2.5-hour movie. So there you go. But thank you, David. Respect your opinion. Samuel Aratan for 1999. Did you ever watch the 2 seasons of Patriot? I did not. It was an interesting mixture of surrealism and absurdity. I was mad when Amazon canceled it. It's about an intelligence officer agent who wants to be a folk singer. Never watched it. I'm sorry, but thank you for the 1999. Yeah, we're gonna have some time to watch stuff. Because the rest of this year looks bleak. It looks bleak. Gotta be honest. So there you go. All right, more trailers that I have. Wait, what is this? What is this trailer that I handpicked? I don't know what this is. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like bad movies. You're going to have to bear with me on this one. It's on our trailers channel, but here it is. The trailer for Caddy Hack, an exploitation horror that kind of rips off Caddyshack. So let's take a look. It's bad, obviously. God.
When my father handed this golf club down to me, it's been the biggest golf tournament this club has ever seen. Now I have to deal with dead caddies on my green. Guys!
We have a major crisis on our hands.
Like how?
It's the Gophers.
These things have mutated.
And they're out there killing everyone. If there's mutated gophers out there, I got something they can eat right here.
You crap folds want to go to war?
What? Okay. Here's why I will say this movie is an inspiration, because it proves anyone can make a movie. That was when you see like Wild Eye releasing, I mean, they make great posters, great trailers, never made a great movie. But are they entertaining? Yeah. I like that they exist. So I'm a fan. They're so bad, they're bad. So there you go. All right, one last trailer here we're going to show, and then we're going to pivot. But here's a trailer, and all these you can find on our trailers channel. So subscribe, check it out. Like, and I love movie trailers. I could go to the movies and just watch trailers. So there you go. Here we go. Mystery trailer. An angry boy.
I'm not sure where all this is going to take me, but I do know there's bad things happening out there. Terrible things no one really seems to care about. Truth is, maybe they just don't want to know, and I'm going to do something about it.
Mom? Believe in karma, Owen?
Oh, I do. This is what it looks like. This is Cameron. I thought it'd be fun to bring him up here to camp with us.
It's so nice to have you here. See you in a minute.
You're just looking at it the wrong way. We're all of us, the special ones.
You're telling me you, a kid from Ozone Park, you was gonna kill some stone cold killers, bro?
These guys have been out there doing God knows what for too long.
Where is he?
This is the start of something beautiful.
I have tried to make this house a home, time and time again.
Uh-oh, this goes to...
How have you been?
Not good, Doc.
Well, June 7th is coming up. So there you go. Yeah, well, they're not all winners. They're not all winners. But let's go to your comments here. I love movie trailers. That's why, like to get to the movies early. And yeah, Eric Roberts was a gangster in The Dark Knight. He's in a lot of good things. He's in maybe some things that are not so good. But that gives you a taste. Hey, it's a mixed bag, I know. But there you go. Eric Roberts, Eric Roberts, says Dark Hierophant. Thank you. And Aaron Charman says, do you know what happened with Kung Fury 2? I don't know. But I like Kung Fury. So there you go. I don't know what happened. Sorry, Aaron. Paul Allen Brunato for 5. Thank you for that. Hi, Chris. Check out the trailer for The Girl in the Back Seat. My good friend Kika Magalhaes stars and co-wrote and co-produced this indie feature on Tubi. Well, thanks. Yeah, well, I hope we review it. Tell your friend to send us the movie. Anyone can send a movie to Film Threat. Go to filmthreat.com. It's very easy. It's very easy. You just go to filmthreat.com, which is a website. That is our website. And you can go to it. And there's no barrier to entry. Here's the website. Okay. Every day, Alan, who works so hard on the website, if you scroll through, look at this top 5 horror films for Memorial Day. Nice. We got reviews, East Bay. Look at this. Fluorescent Beast. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it. The Beach Boys doc. He reviewed it on the show. Other docs here, other films here. Stupid Games. I don't know what that is. But we review about 3 to 5 movies a day. During a film festival, you'll see as many as 20 or more movies posted on one day on our front page. You can scroll through here. But there's right at the top here, there's a button called Submit. Submit your film for review. Anyone can do it. You think you have to hire a publicist to pitch? No, I hate that. I hate any barrier to entry. Just send it to us. We've got about 30 writers located all over the world. And we throw out the movies in a bullpen. Look, there's an A24 movie. I saw the TV glow. Wait, or was that neon? Dude, I don't remember. Anyways, but I saw this TV glow. I saw the TV glow. Does that make sense? Whatever. I saw this movie. Anyways, so anyone can get their film reviewed. So while you see like indie movies that are in theaters, mainstream Hollywood, you also see random movies that people made get reviewed on Film Threat. So send it to us. Tell your friend, send us the movie. All right. Hey, what the hell? There he is. Neurotic. Hey, man. Good to see you, brother. How you doing? I miss my bro. 50 from Neurotic. Thank you, Gary. We were talking about you earlier. Thank you so much. I said that you loved Furiosa and that she's not a girl boss. But we'll see what's in the video. Gary has a video dropping, I don't know, today, tomorrow. Anyways, thank you, Gary. Appreciate you so much. And thanks. That's great. So why are we doing a nooner this week? Let me know for doing the nooner. So there you go. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. And Informed Normie gifted 10 Film Threat memberships. Join us on Discord, Atomic Lori. We'll post a link. The link will be in the community tab for members only. You get the link. You sign up on our Discord where you can talk to Alan, because Alan's on there a lot. I haven't checked in lately, and my apologies for that. I'm very focused on my recovery, and I'm like every morning getting up and walking 5 miles while I listen to like G&G Daily. So that's my like routine, back into the exercise routine, and little by little, I sound a little better than a couple weeks ago. So yeah, and caveat ties for a nooner, says Fox One. What was that caveat ties one? Where was that? I missed it. There we go. Caveat ties for $1 says, I've got a film idea. I've got to start it soon. Keeping it ultra cheap. Get my feet wet. Well, good. And wait, let's see. Wait, I'll take care of the chat. It's messing me up here. There you go. I've been working on Ari Aster's new movie, Eddington, coming out next year. It's going to be amazing. Says Snakes and Funerals for 666. Thank you for that. I like Ari Aster. I mean, I didn't like Beau is Afraid, but Midsummer is coming back to theaters. I think Midsummer is coming back in a couple weeks in IMAX. It's part of A24's putting their movies in IMAX. But yeah, if you're working on it, that's cool. Eddington. There are filmmakers that like are original and not everything's a home run, but I appreciate they take risks. Let's just say they take risks. And Gary popped by. I have to thank him. I got in the mail, because I've grown this beard, got this letter from April Lamont. I hope I got that right. April Lamont sent me a letter from her company, Simple. I'll get the info. simple. It's beard oil. And look at that. Did you know Gary puts out a beard oil, a branded Gary beard oil is right here. And I assume that Mrs. Neurotic had something to do with it. I got some fancy soap and beard oil. I'm keeping the beard. So there you go. Thank you, Gary and Mrs. Neurotic, taking care of me. So thank you for that. Comment here. Sorry I'm late. Was watching a Ryan Reynolds ad. Says Southeastern Kaiju. Member for 9 months. And Mark D with a C became a YouTube member. Well, thank you, Mark D with a C. I don't know. What does that mean, Mark D with a C? We'll find out. But last thing I want to talk about, because I'm doing a shorter stream today, doing a shorter stream. I want to show you some videos I dug up from Orson Welles. I'm a fan of Orson Welles. When I was a kid, I heard War of the Worlds on Halloween. They had this tradition, at least in Detroit where I lived, on the radio, they would play War of the Worlds. It's like an hour radio drama that is, if you hear it out of context, you would think we're being invaded. They should do a modern update of the audio version. Anyways, I love that. Then I discovered, obviously Citizen Kane, which is what he's known for. I saw it in film school and just always loved his insights. Well, I'll just say this. Many of the things that he has to say are very prophetic. I'm going to play a bunch of short clips from Orson Welles about just various topics. These are very short, but they are as relevant now as when he first uttered these words. So I'm just going to put these up. Hang on. Got to cue it up for you. Can't miss a second. These are just things he's saying that I think are very relevant to cinema today. Things about editing and movies, and you know what? I'm going to let him speak for himself. So let's take a look and watch an Orson Welles movie. Here we go. Orson Welles on watching too many films.
The more virgin our eyes are, the more we have to say. The most detestable habit in all modern cinema is the homage. I don't want to see another goddamn homage in anybody's movie. There are enough of them which are unconscious. Now, of course, you must see films, and you must see great films. I said, don't be marinated. Don't soak yourself in films. Now, the argument against what I'm saying is that the world is full. All the best young directors are soaked in films. And they have managed to rise above that and to be remarkable cineasts. So you are in the presence of a speaker who is not only paradoxical, but confused.
Donc vous êtes en présence de quelqu'un qui est...
I'll just say this. Welles gives no fucks. He just gives no fucks at all.
Ooh.
Doesn't care.
Don't listen to anything I say when it pertains to
hated Hollywood.
Matters of the heart or emotion. Let me just tell you my
despise
experience.
the fact that he's sorry about this. What is going on?
I get it.
Sorry, folks. My apologies for that. Let's watch another one.
I think acting is like sculpture. In other words, it's what you take away from yourself to reveal the truth of what you're doing that makes a performance. A performance, when it deserves to be considered great or important, is always entirely made up of the actor himself. and entirely achieved by what he has left in the dressing room before he came out in front of the camera. There is no such thing as becoming another character by putting on a lot of makeup. You may need to put the makeup, but what you're really doing is undressing yourself and even tearing yourself apart and presenting to the public that part of you which corresponds to what you were playing. And there is a villain in each of us, a murderer in each of us, a fascist in each of us, a saint in each of us. And the actor is the man or woman who can eliminate from himself those things which will interfere with that truth.
Well, there you go. One more here I want to show. Just wait. But what I want to say about Orson, he had a very he had kind of a contentious relationship with Hollywood. He kind of despised it and saw through the BS. So, but I've always loved his insights. He has inspired me and just didn't care. Didn't care. So, here you go. One last thing for Orson. Again, all the links to everything we've shown on video today in the description, after this ends. So, one last clip here. We're going to play this. Orson Welles on film editing.
This is a moviola. It's a machine for editing film. But you know, when we say that we're editing or cutting a film, we aren't really saying enough. Movies aren't just made on the set. A lot of the actual making happens right here. So a moviola like this is very nearly as important as a camera. Here, films are salvaged, saved sometimes from disaster or savaged out of existence. This is the last stop on the long road between the dream in a filmmaker's head and the public to whom that dream is addressed. Carlyle said that almost everything examined deeply enough will turn out to be musical. Of course, this is profoundly true of motion pictures. The pictures have movement, the movies move, and then there's the movement from one picture to another. There's a rhythmic structuring to that. There's counterpoint, harmony, and dissonance. A film is never right until it's right musically. And this moviola, this filmmaker's tool, is a kind of musical instrument. It's here that other film instruments are tuned and finally orchestrated. So if you find me winding up our conversation here, you'll understand that as a filmmaker, I'm speaking to you from my home.
Okay, that was cool. I just find everything when I find videos of Orson Welles, I find a lot of his insights as relevant today as when he first said those words. So I went in kind of a rabbit hole where I watched one Orson Welles and then all this stuff was recommended. I didn't mind. It didn't mind. The recommendations were great. So yeah. Let's go to your quick comments here, starting with Bush and Ryu Cat for 5 as a member. Hi, Evil Gore. Besides movies, what is your favorite stage play you've seen? Mine was Three Penny Opera with Sting. Have you seen a good horror stage play? I don't think I have. I've been to like some Grand Guignol stuff, if you know what Grand Guignol is. But I hate to say this. I've had to say my favorite play overall, because they're all too long, was Wicked, which is why I hate that the upcoming movie looks terrible, because it's a very good story. But yeah, I would go to okay, forget Wicked, put aside. Les Miserables, my favorite stage play. Les Miserables, and I've seen all the versions of the movies, and I like Wicked, but that movie looks god awful. So thank you, Bush and Ryu Cat. Prince L. Lee N for 5. Hail, Chris Gore. My wife surprised me with tickets to see The Empire Strikes Back with a live orchestra playing the score during the week. It was amazing. I've been to those events. Incredible. So good. Incredible. But yeah, oh wow, that is great. I hope it comes to LA. Damn. Orson Welles equals based, says, hey, it's me in HD. And Dark Hierophant says, where's Evil Alan? Or is Alan just evil? Evil Alan will be back on Wednesday. And both of us will be on Friday's show because we're reviewing a lot of movies on Friday. Don't miss Friday's show. We are reviewing so many movies on Friday. All these movies are coming to theater. Alan and I are watching all of them. It'll be fun. David B, of course he hated Hollywood. He was from Wisconsin. Yes. More common sense guy. Bill S. Preston, Esquire. Hail Marshall Lucas, the savior of Star Wars. We would not be talking Star Wars today if not for her contribution. Filmmaking is a team sport. And she was a huge part of that team. So there you go. Let's see more comments here. I can smell the brandy through the screen, says Castigan. When I was a kid, he always did those wine commercials. And during so many, you can find Orson Welles drunk during the recording of these commercials. He just didn't give a fuck. And I've always admired him for that. He was really OG, not giving a fuck. So there you go. So there you are. Hey, you know what? This was fun. I've never done I've never done a solo stream like this. I have a question. Did you like this? Should I do more solo streams? Who needs Alan? Who needs Alan? Would you like me to do more solo streams? Put in the comments and the chat. I am going to put all the links to everything you saw in the description. And I hope you have a good Memorial Day. Get out there and barbecue. I'm not going to barbecue. I'm going to Red Lobster because very soon none of us will be going to Red Lobster because it's going to be bankrupt, I guess. So there you go. But I thank you so much. If you like this, we'll do more solo streams every once in a while, but enjoy your barbecue today. Another thank you, and thank you for your service. If you are currently serving, have served, or have a loved one who made the ultimate sacrifice, I just want to say thank you to everyone, and all the families, because they also make a sacrifice as well. And Alan will be here Wednesday. I may or may not be there. I don't know. Might be a special guest, but for sure on Friday. And thank you, all of you. Normally Alan is here and he says, what does Alan say? I always forget. He says, what is it? Let's get out of